The album you are about to hear is about a change of faith I went through. An album about how I took on European native spirituality and left Christianity. Because I care about my listeners who are Christian, I wanted to start this album off with a warning out of respect. If you think this content could hurt you, please don't listen. The last thing I want is to hurt you, and I care immensely about your well-being. This album also exposes a lot of historical deceptions. While healing can be received from awareness being made, it can also be overwhelming to know how deeply we've been deceived. Therefore, if you struggle with depression, or if you are currently going through a lot, I ask that you also not listen to this album. However, if you have felt that maybe something isn't right, if you want answers and you are open to information, I believe I can help you with this album based off the research I have done. I was there before, and I had great people help me. I hope I can do the same for you. That is the reason why I recorded this album, because there was a time when I needed this healing. This album is me trying my best to mirror those who helped me, those who inspired me to do research and put it into song. Lastly, I want to make it clear that there is no race nor religious group that is to blame for these events. Only individuals who victimize people should be held accountable. I love and appreciate everybody of all backgrounds and beliefs. I know we all are on a constant journey. Thank you for caring about my well-being as I do yours. Thank you for your support of me getting back to my roots.
VocalTunes.com.
I know you're scared, but believe me when I tell you I've been there. I will love you no matter what you choose to do. But as for me, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to my roots.
I admit it, I've known the truth but I just couldn't hear it. Making every excuse as to why I wasn't near it. Manipulated by the thought of hell, I always feared it. But the moment I let go is when my path became the clearest. I was twisting scriptures hoping that would give me clarity. Plus in my mind I was scared I'd lose my family. Most of them I've kept, but I've lost a lot of friends who choose to slander me, but I won't let them do me in. Cause I've had overwhelming joy and terrain I was dealt. The spirituality designed for me, now I am in good health. And I'll put it all on the line for you to see what can be felt. It's like having your life restarted, give it a new meaning. And I am not an expert, but I look forward to seeking. Suspicious of the Bible when I heard a jealous God. Sounds like a setup so that they could erase ours. And I don't hate the Christians, I understand them, I truly do. I was a devoted one for 26 years, it is true. My faith has changed with research, didn't come out of the blue. Our ancestors had morals way before they introduced the Bible from our rivals. We weren't savage, I have proof. Try and find their scriptures cause they burned them but left clues. And I have faith our ancestors knew what they were doing before Christianity came in and the Jews told their story. The Christian crusades were real, they would kill the unconverting. Those were our ancestors, how do you not feel a bit of hurting? Regardless of your faith, and please don't get the wrong take, cause modern day Christians are not to blame, so let's settle that. That would make us go down here real quick, so let's pedal back. So many lovely people I met in church growing up, and I still had love for them, but I also feel like throwing up. Cause I have been in shock over how some treat me now. My spirituality changed, but as a person I'm the same. I thought I was being persecuted as a Christian all my life, but you don't know persecution till you're on the other side. Cause now the Christians hit me with it about 1,000 times stronger, and they wonder why I feel my path is right. I don't hold belief that would conquer and divide. Scripture says God's anti-globalist, Christianity says sight. It's one people, one religion, one God they believe in, which by definition works towards a push for globalism. I believe I'm native, face for right, and work within the spirit. And I'm still fighting mean pathogens, trying real hard to clear it. Trying to reject the modern world the best that I can. Trying to be traditional, trying to get back to more land. I'm bitten on one hand, but I also write this to let you know. I know someone out there feels this way and you are not alone. They put me down constantly, to me it's clear they're running, but I wouldn't sacrifice all of this here for nothing.
I know you're scared,
I believe in the gods,
but believe me when I tell you I've been there. I will love you no matter what you choose to do. But as for me, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back back to my room.
Clearly Paul and all was zealots living for the attack of Rome. Fast forward to now when we feel so far from home. Our faith wasn't the only thing they hid, it was our culture. Our traditions were blasted upon with this religious holster. Being allergic to paganism, I hope that you are seeing, is the same thing as being allergic to what is European. It lies upon our faith to burning people on a stake, just because the native spirituals wanted to partake in a faith that worked for our people thousands of years before, and blood was shed to try to keep it and not bow to what is foreign. I'm not a Gentile, I'm a strong Sylvan man, sent to restore our faith from the stakes once again. Mama raised me to be a Christian believer, but mama also raised me a seeker. She never held back the good, bad, and ugly from me. I heard it all, so I started wondering. After a long time of fighting myself, I saw a post and it said exactly what I had felt. It said Christianity was a Jewish deception by Adam Greenman, a Twitter suggestion. So I watched this debate with Duvid. Leaving Christianity, I finally could do it. Then I lost a lot of friends, middle fingers on the hands of the ones who want to remain clueless.
I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I need for y'all to see my side. And one group says I'm anti-Semitic, another says that I'm a Jew. And the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. I feel like Adam Green sometimes.
I know what it's like to be seen as the devil when in reality you're trying to help them. They say I need saved from revelations, but revelations they are in need of the saving. There's already been a few, started with the fall of Rome. It's not God, it's evil people that's destroying these homes. Human-made prophecies tried to start the end times. See a foreign land is wholly brainwashed to resent mine. Books our ancestors wanted passed on to their people got replaced with ones that say our ancestors were evil and worshiping demons and knew not what they did. Should we trust our books or the ones that paint us feeling this? You fall for the latter and say we should be tolerant when your fate commands you kill me for this idol worshiping.
I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I need for y'all to see my side. And one group says I'm anti-Semitic, another says that I'm a Jew. And the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. I feel like Adam Green sometimes.
And I'm all for not letting faith have us divided, but the spread of your faith was when divisiveness started.
I feel like Adam Green sometimes. I need for y'all to see my side. And one group says I'm anti-Semitic, another says that I'm a Jew. And the truth is I am neither, I'm just trying to reach you. I feel like Adam Green sometimes.
Wake up 52.
Who gives someone else scripture, not resist evil? One that's on a mission to dismember its people. Our people. Back to our own stories, we should be knowing that if you are European, Europe should be your holy land. It's our holy land.
Yeah. Lately I've been leading a lot of horses to water, but if they refuse to drink, it's guaranteed they'll get slaughtered. Luke 14:26 or Luke 12:53. This is a blatant plot to destroy our faith and split up our family. They're calling me a criminal cause I trust my ancestors. I have nothing against your God, but I'm against this blood, so don't you test us. And you have some nerve hit me with slurs when I'm the victim. You built your church on top of my temple, I could care less about your isms. In my own country, my own faith has been made illegal, with death on the stake, but y'all better pray I'll get lethal. Cause who gives
someone else scripture, not resist evil? One that's on a mission to dismember its people. Our people. Europe should be your holy land. It's our holy land.
Yeah, fast forward. Taught to turn the other cheek in the New Testament. The ones who followed that were victimized, and you guessed it, man. The victimizers were the ones who rejected and projected it. Now we bow to them with our red or blue presidents. I have a new weapon now, and with it I'm never hesitant. I know you want me to crucify, but I'm about mine not villainous. But I will call out your evil, expose who the true villain is. And if my people say I'm evil, I wish them Promethean blessings, yes.
Who gives someone else scripture, not resist evil? One that's on a mission to dismember its people. Our people. Back to our own stories, we should be knowing, man. If you are European, Europe should be your holy land. It's our holy land.
And I'ma bury this alien faith, but my folk I won't alienate.
It's time to be the boldest man. The West is your holy land.
We're in a spiritual battle, one you wouldn't believe. No, really a spiritual battle, one most our folk don't believe. Christianity was the weapon to wipe out our native faiths. Took all of our books and now we're trying to make our way. All we really know is what is left, this Abrahamic. And even the Talmud was hidden from us and never translated. But now that we have it on Sefaria.org, when it comes to the deception we can learn a little more. Magella 6b calls for a brother war, cause Rome and Germany need to be divided, that's for sure. Same passage and many more tells Europeans are Esau. The evil sees God hates, so he made Jews to get rid of. All of Esau's descendants in modern day, nothing has changed. Top rabbis call for a genocide, media won't say a thing. They control it, so the shit they hide and tell you it is we. I guarantee if it was us, then you would know about this. The world's attached to religion, but there is no doubt this is how to make a murderer, how to make a terrorist, how to fake all of history, make it legal just to question it. I live in America, fight for my family overseas. Yeah, they might ban the song, but they cannot ban me. Didn't realize the pagans in the Bible were my people, the ones slaughtered by the zealots of religious evil. 1 Samuel 15:3, go Europe, kill all that breathes, put to death infants and animals and destroy everything. I'm a lacquering child of Esau, see I needed the Talmud to show the intent of the Bible, and it left me astonished. You're so concerned about money going to the Ukraine, it'll end up in the hands of the country we can't name anyway. Numbers 24:9, go ahead and see what they say. That's why we send $4 billion a year in US dollars to this place, asking Biden to go up to 8 for military upgrades. They want to start the book of Revelations and our nations are enslaved, that's why
all my friends are heathens, take it slow. When it comes to what you worship, you don't know. Please do not take what they paint of you. You do not know half of what we have been through.
When Europeans are Esau and Arabs are Ishmael, and those are the two groups that were given a new faith. It's clear as all get out, we weren't given this to be saved. Plus you don't kill someone, you're trying to bring salvation. They were talking about your ancestors when they set the nations, and it truly is a sick game, cause even today we have been in conflict, they want us to go to war. Esau versus Ishmael, up to now the shit's failed, cause we're still here but they propagate us hard, twisting our history, and this is what gets to me. I trust our ancestors were not worshiping demons and evil, and I refuse to hate any race or group of people. No Ishmael and Esau, no Jacob and Edom. Arabs are not the problem and the government is, and I am not the problem and my government shit. And it's important that I point out the Hebrew origins, but Jews have been victims of this too, a misfortune. When you are told that you've been chosen by God, and you're the holy nation, so times have to be hard, and being told you will be hated is not good for one's mind. Plus I'm not with persecuting anyone not following Christ. We hear the Vikings were ruthless, burning buildings and living trifling, but no one will tell you the fact they were fighting for the rights. And if you saw your family being burned on a stake in the name of this faith, what option would you take?
There's no such thing as pagans, that was just a slur against our native faith. Native faith. No such thing as heathens, that was just a slander our ancestral ways. Ancestral ways. And there's no such thing as witches, just healers and some spiritual women. We really need to get back to us. Here's the facts so you cannot act clueless. heathens, take it slow. When it comes to what you worship, you don't know.
Ironically,
please do not take what they paint of you. You do not know half of what we have been through.
we were handed a script that leads to our destruction for sure. Adam Green helped me see, check out nomorenews.org. The problem isn't citizens, it's people who know the script. In powerful positions, so they've been enforcing it. Maybe we were created and that's what the gods of our faith do. Maybe Odin's a force of nature our ancestors put a face to. Either way, it's clear as day, this was a cultural attack. It's time to be bold and I know we're gonna bring it back.
All my friends are heathens.
All I want is for my people to hurt no more. But unfortunately my people seem to also be the ones clueless, acting foolish with no sense of what's home. It's not hateful, it's essential for you to have a tribal dome. We were ripped from our roots and told it's wrong to trace back. But in ancient times your tribe was all that you had. There were people before countries, people before Christians, but it's fathers against sons. Now I'm sick of division. And for those of you who practice our ancestral faiths but say it has nothing to do with our race, if folk fidelity's wrong to you, then you fell for the trap that got our faith erased to begin with. Imagine that. Those non-Europeans that told you give up your gods kept theirs while telling you that yours are all frauds. They gave you a religion that they didn't even follow so they could keep their ancestral faith while yours became hollow. And the violent conversions won't be found in your history books for the same reason you won't hear about when we were took as slaves held captive in walls built by anti-whites to abuse and conditions much harsher before you make the claim I do. Slavery was wrong, it was a worldwide failure. But don't let all the people from the worldwide tell you that we invented it, cause we descended it and put it to end. The victimizers are still at their psyop, my friend.
Can you hear me? Please say you feel me. I felt so disconnected from everything in this world. I need you to be with me.
Donald Trump claims he puts America first, then he pledges allegiance to a country planting our hearse and says it's good that these foreigners control our Congress, his chosen people. I mean, how long can that con get before we realize we've been living life by their book? A lie can sound so true when you're conditioned and shook. They cannot find a comeback, these anti-whites are all dense, so they just call me slurs for white men cause what I'm writing makes sense. Just think, they're mad cause I write about a right to exist, when everyone should have the right to preserve their people. Foreign leaders call for war and we die at their expense. That's why Europe should never have a non-white leader. Fuck Zelensky, he knows exactly what he's doing. Surrounded by victimizers, so it's also fuck Putin. But I love the people, Russia, Ukraine. Expose the evil, it's all done for the slain. To them, the war's the death of the descendants of Esau, the types to destroy an empire and tell you that he's God. So any white celebrate, claiming it is God's fate. I need you to awake, break free and escape. Time is counting down, but it is not too late. God's forbid, we want to be with our people, not harassed, held back in the name to be equal. There's no greatness in that, and we deserve a sequel. It's called anti-whiteism, I'm exposing the evil.
Can you hear me? Please say you feel me. I felt so disconnected from everything in this world. I need you to be with me. Can you hear me? Please say you feel me. I felt so disconnected from everything in this world. I need you to be with me.
Wake up 52.
This is religiously deceptive history. It starts with one thing, then modern day, no in between.
I thought Christianity caused a lot of brother wars, and I'm sure that it did, but now I see there's something more. In order to spread it, we see an anti-white method, the same one used in the Middle East to spread Islam to Arabs. It was anti-white mimicry, they pretended to be us. It's still used in modern day to try to escape the goat on us. Targeted the lower class and said the last shall be first, and then shot for royalty to put us all in a hearse. Judaism teaches blood is passed down from the mothers. How convenient they married into royalty their daughters. And now we find there were countless royals, kings and queens and saints who falsified their names in an attempt to erase our faith. St. Patrick left us in grievance, turns out he wasn't European. He changed his name to Patrick, then he slayed and attacked us, burning our books, killing off droids and droid princesses. He did his crimes out of town, was born in Brittany, France. When he said he was killing snakes, he was killing our faith. Ireland never had snakes, persecution inland we escaped. And we took with us in faith, our droid symbol the snake. All these violent deceivers I named, they say we should celebrate St. George, St. Andrews, and St. Nicholas. None of them were European like they did present to us. St. Olaf, the man who forced the conversion of Norway, tried to marry a Swedish royal in an attempt to evade. She declined and said she would never give up her folk ways. So he smacked her, and the next chapter was a rise among the slay. The battle of Svalbard when Norwegians teamed up with Swedes. When they forced this dictator out, do you know to where he fled?
Religiously deceptive history. It starts with one thing, then modern day, none in between. This is religiously deceptive history. They gave us Bibles, taking rifles, nightmares, selling dreams.
They try to hide it, but due to honest scholars it's undeniable. Europeans were in America long before other colonials. Among Amerindians, good things were written of our folk. We were here way before the dreadful Cristobal Colon. Well, since they lied about the Bible and they lie in modern day, we shouldn't be surprised there's lies throughout all of history. During all the ethnic cleansing times within the USA, you see a massive rise across of non-European DNA. At the times of Deceptive deals with whiskey slaughters and the rapes. In all the other lands of slaughters you find the exact same trace. When was the first American slaughter? Another lie we've been told. Columbus changed his name then did it. Was he European? No. He was banned from Spain the year he traveled, and his letters show what country he was heading to, trading his scrap pieces for their gold. He planned a surprise attack against the Arabs from the east. Then finding America, he took as a sign from Almighty that America was the promised land to be delivered to his peeps. As late as 1890, there's religious persecution, wounded knee. Columbus was following Torah, the book of Deuteronomy. When God cuts off the nations, you shall dwell in their lands. 12 verse 29 is where you find the dirty hands, but you can find them once again in Deuteronomy 20:10 through verse 15. When you attack cities, if they open doors, make them slaves. If they don't, then you slay. And that's exactly what he did if they did cooperate. And if they did not convert, that's when he gave them all graves. The same justification is used on Palestinians today. I want this information to heal people and protect us from more pain.
Religiously deceptive history. It starts with one thing, then modern day, none in between. This is religiously deceptive history. They gave us Bibles, taking rifles, nightmares, selling dreams.
Your male and female slaves will come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves, they will become your property. You can will them to your children and make them slaves for life, but you must not rule harshly over your fellow Israelites. Leviticus 25 verses 44 through 46. This is in the Torah, not the New Testament. Jews follow the Torah and not the New Testament. Christians follow the New Testament. So now let's look at that script. Ephesians 6 verse 5 through 7. Serve your earth masters like you serve Christ or God in heaven. See, they gave a group of people scriptures on how to be a slave, while they were following scriptures on how to enslave. And history has proven to show it's always been the same. Europeans were enslaved in the 9th and 10th century by so-called Muslims. But in case you were wondering, Arabs weren't the ones running them. All of history is plummeting. We can also look at documents saved on the Atlantic. Names of ships and owners show us a real clear understanding. Westman, go with your gut, it's exactly what it is seeming. All of the slave trades were never run by Europeans. A lot of Europeans came to America as slaves, tried to teach us they were servants to minimize the cascade, when most were kidnapped children and they were made slaves for life, passed on with inheritance. So the false claims, I am clearing it. Some other slaves you don't hear about were Arabs and Chinese. The Bible said all nations will bow before bended knee, and dust will be licked off their masters. You didn't hear this from your pastors. I'll break in pieces the goyim, the death cult lives to destroy you.
Religiously deceptive history. It starts with one thing, then modern day, none in between. This is religiously deceptive history. They gave us Bibles, taking rifles, nightmares, selling dreams.
Atonement atonement cannot be made for a grievance never committed, so the last thing I would want is guilt forced on any race of children. Still, atonement cannot be made for a grievance never committed, just took on a whole new meaning to me. I hope you're listening.
Good morning. It's so good to see you all here. 1, 2, 3, we got a few. Now, this morning, we're going to jump into what matters most. The Bible. Now, there's been a lot of talk about church attendance being at a record low. Now, some will say this is due to Patrick of SOUTHTOWN destroying Christians in debates with logic, reason, and evidence. But I say, nah, it is clearly because folks have not been reading the Bible. See, I'm going to tell you what these other pastors won't. That way, when these heathens come around, you'll be ready to humiliate them back to God. Amen. Our God is truly a good one. So good that in Deuteronomy, he threatens people with
fever, inflammation, heat, drought, blight, mildew, dust, boils, ulcers, scurvy, itch, madness, blindness, disaster, panic, frustration, pestilence, consumption, confusion of mind, abuse, robbery, butchery, worms, cicadas, locusts, aliens, nakedness, cannibalism, diseases, dread, trembling heart, and languishing spirit.
Isn't it great that he will do those things for us, or to you guys? So, the next time you feel these symptoms and you think it's a bad thing, just remember you may be experiencing the side effects of God. How beautiful is that? Here's a good one. Kings 2 verse 23. Some youths came from the city and mocked him and said to him, "Go up, you bald head, go up, you bald head." So he turned around and looked at them and pronounced a curse on them in the name of the Lord. And 2 female bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the youths. This one really speaks to me, because I went through male pattern baldness at a young age, and the kids, they would laugh at me. They chanted the exact same thing. And I always wanted to curse them with death. Should I get up some water? Easy pass. Anyway, it took on such a big meaning to me. And, personal story, but I got it tattooed on my right ass cheek. Sometimes I just have to stand there in the mirror and admire it. Really take it in. I know some in the congregation have seen the beauty of it, but now I know what you're thinking. It's the Old Testament, so it's irrelevant. But Matthew 5:17 tells us Jesus came not to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And there are plenty good scriptures in the New Testament anyway. Here we see the true character of greatness that Jesus has. Like in Matthew 15, here he calls a woman a dog and refuses to heal her daughter because she wasn't Jewish. But you know what's amazing about it? She showed good faith and then she was healed, even though she wasn't Jewish. This was the moment Jesus realized he was sent for the nations and not to be an asshole. How beautiful is that? This shows that as long as you live submissively, love your enemy. If someone wants to sue you and take your shirt, you should let them and give them your cloak as well, like Matthew 5:40 says. Then you will inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Don't worry about the group of people who rejected Christ and follow books saying an eye for an eye to plummet your things, to kill you, and all that other nonsense. Oh yeah, folks. There is real evil within the Talmud, saying to kill a Gentile if one tries to read it. But we don't need to read it, because our books are the truth, the ones that were given to us by the same Talmud followers who rejected these books. We know it's wrong to follow books that promote slavery. That's why we follow the ones on how to be a slave instead. See, those are the old ways, and they just haven't learned that the passive scriptures are the way to go yet.
So that's why the Jews rule over so many nations, right?
Whoa, Jews do not rule over many nations. That is anti-Semitic, but they should rule over the nations, because Deuteronomy 15:6 says so. You will rule over many nations, but those nations will not rule over you. That's Yahweh talking to the Jews. And let's not forget Genesis 49 verse 9. Judah is like a lion, killing his victim, and returning to his den, stretching out and lying down. No one dares disturb him. Or Genesis 12:3. I will bless those who bless Israel, and I will curse those who curse Israel. It's not a setup, bitch, it's the damn word of God. See, this is why Timothy 2:12 tells women to shut up. Blasphemous hoes, mad cause they can't read my ass scripture. I'm a man of God, bitch, that's why. Now anyway, God promised Abraham's descendants a blessed nation and also to receive goods from the nations his seed did not build in Joshua 24:13. I gave you land on which you had not labored, and cities that you had not built. And you dwell in them. You eat the fruit of vineyards and olive orchards that you did not plant. God is promising his chosen people to receive things that others labored. But Pastor, these things happened in history and it was wrong. The devil said it was wrong, Bob. Yahweh wants you to steal and enslave. Well, not you, because you're not chosen, Bob. Hell, even Jesus was a Jewish supremacist. But if I haven't convinced you to stand with Jerusalem yet, Zechariah 14:2. I will gather all the nations against Jerusalem for battle. Their houses will be looted and their women will be raped. You don't want our women raped, do you? Then you better stand with Israel. Now, based on the history I have discussed here, there was a reason Saul changed his name to Paul and continued to practice Judaism while converting Gentiles to Christianity. Just like all the other saints throughout history. No. He had to practice Judaism in order for prophecy to come true. How are you not getting this? Wait, why is everyone leaving? Don't go. Man, people always leave me because they can't handle the truth. The Bible said I would be persecuted and hated. It's coming true. You better wake up, folks. Well, okay. But don't forget to download my new single, Yahweh. 2 words, Yahweh. Because we do things the Yahweh. It features rapper Yahweezy. He's like Lil Wayne, but godly.
I need one after this.
Well, I guess it's back to cleaning the streets of Jerusalem for me. Yahweh can't fulfill these prophecies on his own. You, playing the organ. Do you want to come clean the streets of Jerusalem? Maybe build a temple? Hell no. The narrow path, Charles. The narrow path.
Pastor Charles ended up leaving the church later that day. After cashing Rabbi Yahakarak's fat-ass check, he packed his bags and moved to Rome. Here, he would pursue his interest in helping troubled youths who faced the tragedies of fever, inflammation, heat, drought, blight, mildew, dust, boils, ulcers, scurvy, itch, madness, blindness.
I was asked by a southern woman if I love God. I had to ask her to clarify for me which one. She said Yahweh and he'll send you to hell for that crap. I asked, does he have to ask his wife before he does that? With a look of disbelief, she said, get away from me. They will never, cause they do not want to. I could give them all the, can't handle the, easier to believe I'm wrong. But just maybe it's so, that you don't want to know just how dark this it gets, when dark is legit. So all I can be to you is, had a man ask me where I get my morals from. I said a much better place ever since I left the psyop. He said he's tired of all the woke shit going on. Then went on to talk about how Jesus didn't do none, and how Judeo lives matter, and we need to stand with them, cause they said so. They will never, cause they do not want to. I could give them all the, can't handle the, easier to believe I'm wrong. But just maybe it's so, that you don't want to know just how dark this it gets, when dark is legit. So all I can be to you is the evil one. like it's bad people who ruined it for me, when it was bad people who wrote the script in reality. It hurts to see how many hate off of blind belief. I did deep research, left the church, now you're not friendly. And you would be fine with me if I was who I am, but said Christ is king. They will never know, cause they do not want to. I could give them all the, can't handle the, easier to believe I'm wrong, but just maybe it's so that you don't want to know just how dark this it gets, when dark is legit. So all I can be to you is the evil one. All I can be to you is the evil one. We went through the shock and had to reprogram. Face the darkest side, nobody there to hold hands. Cursed step by the ones whose ignorance remains. The weight of the world is all upon our shoulders. Sometimes I know you feel alone, but hold up, we're the ones they talked about who will pave the way. So rise up and say, we are Valhalla. The gods have called us, and in the end we will meet Odin, cause we fought so hard. We are Valhalla. The gods have called us. We are the ones who will bring our people faith and say, Ragnarok already happened, it's the aftermath. A dark day for the gods, but it's the battle back. It feels good to see my tribe all living well. We have the spells, we have the potion, we have the method that will keep our folk afloat, and we will help anyone who will let us help and bounce. We are Valhalla. The gods have called us, and in the end we will meet Odin, cause we fought so hard. We are Valhalla. The gods have called us. We are the ones who will bring our people faith and say, I will ride for my race, I will fly for my race. By the gods, man, I hope that I can die for my race. I will ride for my race, I will fly for my race. By the gods, man, I hope that I can die for my race.
We are Valhalla. The gods have called us, and in the end we will meet Odin.
We are Valhalla. The gods have called us, and in the end we will meet Odin, cause we fought so hard. We are Valhalla. The gods have called us. We are the ones who will bring our people faith and say, we are Valhalla. I didn't do it for the most special letters to read. It didn't matter how illogical it sounded to me. I should've left it long ago, but I'm proud of the fact my ancestors are why I left, and I never look back. I didn't do it for the mismeasured artists to read. It didn't matter how illogical it sounded to me. I should've left it long ago, but I'm proud of the fact my ancestors are why I left, and I never look back. I thank my brother Mr. B, cause he introduced me to a faith I'd never seen that is native to me, due to erasing of our own deities. But once I found it, I didn't doubt it, and it put me at ease. Now I honor the old ways, they will not be forgotten. The western sunrise, guys, there is no stopping. Spirituality that's embedded in me. Why'd you leave Christianity? That's what they keep on asking. I didn't do it for the myths, mess around history. It didn't matter how illogical it sounded to me. I should've left it long ago, but I'm proud of the fact my ancestors why I left and I never looked back. I did it for my ancestors. I'm here cause of my ancestors. Man, I trust my ancestors, and I love my ancestors. My faith is in my ancestors. My faith is in my ancestors. I just want you to know that I have found my home, the faith tied to my roots and the signs for proof. Grateful for every deity that helped me see, cause once I found it I didn't doubt it and it put me at ease. Now I honor the old ways, they will not be forgotten. The western sunrise, guys, there is no stopping. Spirituality that's embedded in me. Why'd you leave Christianity? That's what they keep on asking. I didn't do it for the myths, measure out history. It didn't matter how illogical it sounded to me. I should've left it long ago, but I'm proud of the fact my ancestors why I left and I never looked back. I did it for my ancestors. I'm here cause of my ancestors. Man, I trust my ancestors, and I love my ancestors. My faith is in my ancestors. My faith is in my ancestors. My faith is in my ancestors. I have domains that they cannot tame, runes engraved that they cannot name, depths of wisdom that they cannot grave me in. It's the beginning, not end. They'll say that I'm losing my way. They'll say what they cannot explain. They'll even try to come for my brain for this, and every time miss. It's time to be strong. There's nothing more important than rejuvenation for our folk in our home. It's time to be strong. I'ma keep on moving, even if I have to step all alone. I know some people won't understand. I'm ready for the falsehoods and loss of friends. As they clear out, I will find where I belong. It's time to be strong. It's time to be strong. A brand new game to install on your brain. A leap of faith just to board that plane. The heights you'll reach just beyond the peak they speak of as what they reach of. Bitch ass homies. They'll claim they are white positive, till you're a heathen, then they don't give a shit about you. Some power hungry honkies all on your dick. So subversive, but it is what it is. It's time to be strong. There's nothing more important than rejuvenation for our folk in our home. It's time to be strong. I'ma keep on moving, even if I have to step all alone. I know some people won't understand. I'm ready for the falsehoods and loss of friends. As they clear out, I will find where I belong. It's time to be strong. It's time to be strong. To get to where no one has ever been, alone you must take the first step, and then one day you'll look up and you will know you never were alone. It's time to be strong. There's nothing more important than rejuvenation for our folk in our home. It's time to be strong. I'ma keep on moving, even if I have to step all alone. It's time to be strong. I know some people won't understand. I'm ready for the falsehoods and loss of friends. As they clear out, I will find where I belong. It's time to be strong. It's time how to be strong.
May the knowledge of Vecna let the truth be shown. May the love of Vanya give you wealth so you can grow. May the bravery of Netch reveal to you that you can. And may Harvetch bring you healing so that you can stand. And say, I pray for the peace, for the love, for the strength, for my people, for the wisdom, for the safety, for the kinship, for my people. May the wisdom of Odin show us what we need. May the love of Freya dwell in our seeds. May the courage of Tyr tell you what is best to say. And may the light of Border help lead you the way. I pray for the peace, for the love, for the strength, for my people, for the wisdom, for the safety, for the kinship, for my people, for the peace, for the love, for the strength, for my people, for the wisdom, for the safety, for the kinship, for my people.
Where am I? I got hit. My God, you're beautiful. You just made my whole soul rise up out of me. You must be my Valkyrie. No foolish pride, I lost the fight, and I knew it once you were seen. And I love the way you challenge me. I'm better cause of you, where I am because of you. I'm a warrior for my folk, but a tender lover, bold and true. The life I knew is over, my only focus now is you. Other women are just shadows, and I know where you will take me. Ready for battle with the way you motivate me.
mature woman with the beauty I won't resist. I'm going all in, fight for you till the end. You just made my whole soul rise up out of me. I saw you and it rose up. You must be my Valkyrie. I can see other women game over. No foolish pride, I lost the fight, and I knew it once you would see. Go ahead and take me in. And I love the way you challenge me. Yeah, you know in me you are gonna win. I'm shocked in love, so delirious. You are a woman so mysterious. Gave me a new form better than I was before. Yet somehow I know, with you I am back home. We're not above it, we are of it. And I need for you to know. There is less than I confess. There's been an aim to do so. The heart isn't just something that beats in the chest. And when nature becomes thin, it's hard to build up again. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. I don't want a new invention. I don't want another test. Put it all into retention, 'cause I learned from it the best. It's not the same book once it's been recycled. False concern so we don't look at the deadly repeated cycle. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. Yes, there is divinity in nature. That's why we can't let anything take us. This is where religion and science complement hand in hand against the riots. So I need you to see the beauty of it all. 'Cause it might be the hardest time when it falls. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. I need you to see this beauty. We can't preserve it until you've seen it. You take no more, I'll buy it all. For they crush our heart when another tree falls. I take comfort when I look up at the sky,
And I know I'm looking at the same sky you looked at when you were alive. I know you're not gone. So many pages ripped from this book, but I long to know you. I feel your pain and I carry your name. I know I look just like you. People talk about you since you went away. I don't believe everything they say. Knowing you is like knowing myself, so I hope we find our way. Are you still there? I know you're there. Please say you're there. I hope you're there. I know you're there. The sun has set, but it will rise again. And in the time it's set, we will grow stronger, my friend. The sun has set, but it will rise again. And in the time it's set, we will grow stronger, my friend. These same tears I cry are the ones that you dried. I know we've been through the same abuse. I'm sentimental, it's true, but there's a warrior in you, and I know he lives in me too. You fought so hard for me, you gave your everything, and here I am, the same guy. I look up with pride and I open my eyes. I know I'm looking at the same sky. Are you still there? I know you're there. Please say you're there. I hope you're there. I know you're there. The sun has set, but it will rise again. And in the time it's set, we will grow stronger, my friend. The sun has set, but it will rise again. And in the time it's set, we will grow stronger, my friend. I know what happened, they wanted you erased. We can bring you back again, I'm keeping my faith. My ancestors are with me, they're leading the way. And European deities, our spirit remains. I hope you're there, I know you're there. Are you still there? I know you're there. Please say you're there. I hope you're there. I know you're there. Are you still there? But it will rise again. I know you're there. Time is set, we will grow stronger, my friend. Please say you're there. But it will rise again. I hope you're there. Time is set, we will grow stronger, my friend. I know you're there. I know you're there. Atrocities have been committed by all people and upon all people. But the reason these atrocities happened is important to know. Europeans owned slaves, that's how the story we've been told goes. But why was there slavery to begin with? We were enslaved and we were handed a script. Literally enslaved, that is, not just mentally. Fear controls people, and we were given a fearful religion that promotes slavery and genocide. We were given a religion in which the European spirit does not coincide. Foreign spirits, diverse souls. They're not European anymore, not European anymore. But we have found us, we know the way back home. We are true European souls, to lend a hand and help to bring our own true Europe. diverged souls, I'm just speaking facts. But what's diverged, we can bring it back. And me and my partners already have. I remember who I was when I'm feeling crash. Took my religion real seriously. If I can leave it, anyone can, clearly it's seen. For those who help me, I'll be the mirror. Shine light on my folk and make it clear. I know I hit you with some uncomfortable truths. Made you go back to your uncomfortable youth. To solving these seekers who hunt for the proof. And we must discuss the uncomfortable root. You can't ask me and not speak on religion. I speak on these things to relieve with precision. Let's go ahead and have this hard-ass conversation. No hurt even more if ignored and station. The group I represent is my people, and any method applied to fight the evil. When ignorance becomes stupidity, I won't glance at those of you not feeling me. It becomes dangerous to keep them around. Not of our origin, another spirit bound. I have no guilt cause I'm true European. Cannot say the same for those of you disagreeing. Trying to justify in your mind what cannot be. Slavery and genocide do not coincide, they are not me. False spirited Europeans try to say there are no natives. I disagree, and when it comes to Europe, I'll be damned to let them take it cause of
spirits, diverse souls. They're not European anymore, not European anymore. But we have found us, we know the way back home. We are true European souls, to lend a hand and help to bring our own true.
Since I have no fear, I'm living with clear vision. It's real different, I steer a bit, but for real listening, don't hear this and I will rejuvenate us. Man, they tried to tell us they made Jesus white cause of white supremacy, when they did it cause whites were the first victims of it. In reality, forced conversion away from your gods, then Rome instantly fell. I want to be with my ancestors, I have zero fear of hell. Fast forward to now, the same patterns there to believe this. They're trying to convert Korea, we see a Korean Jesus. So the generations past, they ripped it up and burned the past, trying to get rid of all documents who had opposed the PSYOP fast. Judaism was head of all the corrupt operations, with Christianity and Islam serving as their little minions. Well, if Jewish is a religion, then European is too. European is my religion, I'm European through and through. Christianity corrupted us, but now my hard drive's running smooth, and I have no guilt cause I am European true.
Foreign spirits,
I am free from the
diverse souls. They're not European anymore, not European anymore. But we have found us, we know the way back home. We are true European souls, to lend a hand and help to bring our own true Europe.
I give you this album with love, and I hope that my heart can be shown. A collection of some of the things that I believe that you should know. And for those of you who feel European after hearing all of these songs, remember this is not for the weak, and you are one of the strong.
Thank you all for listening. I hope this information brings you healing. I hope you understand my perspective and how important our ancestral faiths are. In conclusion, I believe all native faiths are true. Every single one reflects a people. All are wonderfully similar, yet beautifully unique, just like the peoples of the world. There's nothing among the different native ancestral faiths of the world that say another person's ancestral faith is wrong. I love being part of a faith where all cultures and all traditions can survive. I love studying my folk, just like how I love sharing and receiving information from other ancestral faiths. And there is still information preserved from our ancient ancestors. We must make sure that what is left is not erased. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me for the documentation on anything I discussed on this album. I have documents on top of documents, and I'm finding more every day. Let's work together to bring hope, bring peace, bring healing. Start within your family, then give to your tribe, then give to your people, then give to the world. We will work our way up. If this information is new to you, please know that you are not alone, and you can reach out to me anytime, and I will introduce you to wonderful people who have been hard at work on research, who will give you support. We are going to be okay. I love you all from the bottom of my heart.